Comedian Sean Boyd from Just Therapy, the podcast. I got to talk to you about Detroit Auto Parts. They're the official parts store of Redline Radio. They have two convenient locations, one on the east side. You can call 216-531-7373, or the west side, 216-398-7373. Don't forget to mention Redline Radio and you receive 10% off your purchase. Make sure you hit up Detroit Auto Parts. Check them out.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Shy from She Vibes, and Growing Wings Adult Services is the official sponsor of the State of the Art Studio 2. Growing Wings Adult Services have 5 years of experience of taking care of adults with disabilities. For more information, call Lisa at 234-334-7547. And don't forget to tune in to She Vibes on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. EST.
What's up, everybody? It's Tim from Tim Buck Tuesday, but I'm here at Club Pizzle. And being at Club Pizzle got me wanting to change my diet, man. I've been eating a whole lot better because I got some good food up in here. Because before, he was going to have to call Smith Drain Service, LLC. Smith Drain Service is your local drain cleaning experts, and he definitely needed it. When I was eating everything else when I came into Club Pizzle, it got bad. But because we had Smith Drain Service, LLC, they specialize in main sewer lines, bathroom lines, laundry lines, septic lines, because that was the problem, and kitchen lines, even floor drains, downspouts too, so much more. They're family owned and operated, so I felt comfortable calling them and telling them I need help here at Club Pizzle because it was devastating. So I called 440-242-8704, and they're going to help you out like they helped me. What's going on, everybody? It is Tim Buck 2 from Tim Buck Tuesday. And you know, I really hate doing home improvement, but I love the way it looks. So what I do is I call Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement. They fix bathrooms, windows, kitchens, sliding doors, and much more. Give Will a call today at 440-731-7654 and tell him Redline sent you. He'll get your house looking right in no time. Yo, Dave, I really appreciate you letting me do my thing over here at Redline Radio LLC.
Tim, ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Hey, well, you know I love them chicken wings. I got a couple buddies that's trying to come on and do a podcast. You got anything for them?
Heck yeah, we do. Just have them give me a call.
Bet. I'll have them call 440-503-0828.
Tim, don't forget to tell them that we're available on all social media platforms.
And you can't forget about the Redline Radio LLC app on the Google Play Store.
Damn, how'd I forget about that?
You was probably thinking about them little people again.
Damn, I probably was.
That's cool. They just trying to be a part of the winningest radio station in Cleveland.
And we got the hardware to prove it.
This is really gross, but dirty trash cans can pose a serious health risk to you and your family. The pungent smell can attract rats and flies, not to mention maggots, both of which can contain dangerous diseases transferable to humans. Your dirty trash can is susceptible to harboring dangerous bacteria. Contact Brandon at Fitz Trash Bin Cleaning today at 440-752-1533 or find them on Facebook. Veteran owned and operated and eco-friendly. Again, call Brandon at 440-752-1533.
Oh yeah. Y'all know what it is. You can fade that on out, Tim. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I'm gonna welcome everybody to another episode of Club Pizzle right here on Red Line Radio LLC. I am, of course, Pizzle. Y'all can call me Pizzle. Y'all can call me Don. Y'all can call me Uncle Don. Or y'all can call me just him. Because I am him. Want to thank each and every one of y'all for y'all support of this show and of this platform. Because of y'all, I was named Best in Show for the month of December. So that's twice I done it in the 6 months I've been here. So thank y'all for that, and thank y'all for that support. And we did that even without doing a show on the final week of December. So I appreciate y'all for coming in and tapping in and supporting your boy. Even if y'all don't catch it live, y'all catch it a day after or a couple of days after or whenever. I really appreciate y'all, man. I do. Y'all don't realize that, like, I'm a cocky son of a gun, but things like that humble me when I know that people are actually watching and are paying attention. I run into people in the grocery stores like, hey, man, don't you? Yeah, that's me. Yep. I'm going to keep it moving because I don't like small talk. My wife think that is the funniest thing in the world, that I don't do small talk. Small talk for me is the biggest waste of time in the world. Ain't no need for us. If not gonna have a long conversation, I'm not gonna stay there long. I ain't gonna hold you up. I'm gonna be on my way. I gotta go here. I gotta go home. My kid's hair is on fire, some shit like that. I'm running out. I'm gonna do some shit like that. But no,
Don't kill Michael Jackson.
No, seriously, man. Thank everybody for y'all support, man. Timbuktu.
What up, Dow?
Timbuktu.
Timbuktu.
How you feeling, man? You good?
I'm great, man. I'm excellent.
You excellent. You had a little accident earlier, man. What happened? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
We
I'm
over
good.
here. This dude got a mask wrapped around his pinky finger. I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all might not. I'm showing my age here, and I'm gonna get to that. But there was a quarterback for the Chiefs. It was like in the early 90s. His name was Steve DeBerg. I think he broke his pinky finger or something on his throwing hand, like right before the playoffs. And he ended up going into the playoffs, and he was throwing for like 300 yards. Like, he won a playoff game. I remember he had this big ass bandage on his thumb. It's the funniest shit in the world. That's how Tim's finger is wrapped up right now.
So what had happened was,
Yeah, what had happened, man? You gotta tell me what happened. What had happened was
Lex bought the She Vibes some wine.
Shout out to Lex Vegas show. Shout out to the girls for She Vibes.
And we didn't have a corkscrew to open up the bottle. So me trying to be resourceful, I'm like, I know how I can get it off. Who's gonna do the TikTok trick, hit it with the lighter? I ain't about to waste all this lighter fluid. I got some goddamn scissors. That's the scissors right here. So I got the scissors, and I did the jab method and twist. I was twisting that motherfucker, but I was losing grip with the scissors, so I had to try to push it back in to push it back into the cork, but it pushed the whole cork down, and it slipped and went in.
That's what she said.
Right. Big, that's what she said. And it's just like,
I'm laughing with you, man. I'm not laughing at you.
You can laugh at me anyway.
This some serious shit, man. You gotta get like a serious cut, man, on your finger,
it's
man.
not
Like,
that bad.
This some serious shit, man. You bleeding?
I am not dying.
You bleeding though. It's serious when you bleed.
I'm all right.
My guy's playing through injury, man. My guy is like, he like, fuck that.
Good.
Wrap this mask around it, and I'm gonna keep rolling.
Yeah.
And he did a show, and he's doing 2 shows with his finger wrapped in a mask.
Still happily doing it.
They pour alcohol and shit on it, and
got the bottle here to prove it.
Did they pour wine? Did they pour wine on it?
I said, do we really need alcohol? Ain't wine alcohol?
Where did the alcohol come from? Did one of them pull it out of their purse? Because women be keeping shit in their purse,
Facts.
Right? Women be keeping them big ass purses. They be having like first aid kits. They be having like gas cans and shit like that. They just be having a Vaseline, a comb or brush. Like they be having like the rat tail comb. They be having like the big comb, a pick, a hairbrush. They be having all kinds of. They be having like the beauty supply store. They had a beauty supply store, the pharmacy, and a hospital all in this big ass purse. And at the bottom of that motherfucker is like some 6-week-old gum. And speaking of 6-week-old gum, hey, yo, Dave, my now latest wasn't here this week.
Hey, show what?
He's supposed to go to BA Sweetie and bring me some now latest, man. What the fuck? Damn, I got 6 minutes through without cursing. Oh well, it is what it is. I'm a curse. I'm sorry. Look, I'm too old to be trying to watch my mouth now. Fuck it, I'ma just curse, man. Before we get to what we need to get to, let me shout out a couple of these sponsors and then we can get into the shits. All right, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Pit Road Diecast, specializing in all current and past NASCAR diecast and model car kits. For all of your diecast needs, call 216-355-2347. Mention Redline Radio and receive 10% off of your in-store purchase. That is Pit Road Diecast. Y'all need to let me read the commercial for them because I did that shit real smooth. I did that shit smooth as hell. I read it every week. I should have.
We can record it.
All right, and big shout outs to Incredible Keepsakes. They got t-shirts, cups, binders, keychains. You name it, Incredible Keepsakes can make it and customize it for you. Official merchandise provider for Redline Radio LLC and our show host. Call 440-242-9648 or go to their website at www.incrediblekeepsakes.com. As Diane would say, cherished moments are made to last forever. Hey, I finally did it! I told you I was gonna get that shit. I don't know how I did that. I bet you when I try that shit next week, it ain't gonna work.
Gotta think positive, brother.
I think I'm the most positive motherfucker I walk in. So I did get it, and yeah, I did pretty damn good there. Besides you damn near chopping your finger off, how was your week? How was your week? How was everything, man?
It was pretty good, man. Job going pretty smooth. But Sunday I did 51st jokes.
Yeah, shout out, man. 51st jokes.
Shit was dope, man. It was nice to see all the comedians, man. Because I haven't seen all of them in the mask like that. So
was it really 50 of y'all?
It was 60.
Ooh. That's dope.
It was 60.
That's dope.
It was sick too. Most people was funny. Like it
most
was, like I want to say all for real.
That's what's up, man. Like I say this all the time, man, but I love the way the comedians in the city. I love the way y'all support each other. I see y'all support each other all the time, man, and that's so dope. It's dope for everybody from the same city, striving for the same thing, and everybody is supporting each other. At least what I see. I mean, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes and what goes on with people, but I know I see nothing but support coming from y'all. That is dope as hell. Y'all know about each other. Y'all big each other up. See, hip hop ain't that nice. Some of us are cool. But then it's like, I don't know that nigga, so I ain't gonna fuck with him. I mean, it's weird, man. It just is what it is, man. But that's dope. As y'all heard on the Lex Vegas show, it's a couple of comedy shows coming up. Unapologetically Funny. That's next Saturday, January 21st. Am I correct? Ding. Yeah, there we go. It's not ding. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, there you go. There go the flyer. There go Dave popping up. Where my now-laters, Dave? I need my now-laters. Shit. That look like a dope-ass lineup, man. They really do. I recognize a few faces.
Desmond Turner,
I heard of.
Fred.
I've heard of Fred.
Raymel Adams.
Fred used to rap, so I'm hip to Fred.
Jin. I
know Jin. I've seen Jin. And Jin is funny as shit. And Jin also has a show here. Shout out to Jin.
Rob Coleman.
Shout out.
Ahala.
Shout out to Ahala. Ahala is funny.
I'm not sure the other lady. I haven't met that one yet. And he said the name.
I haven't met that one yet. That sounds so cold.
I ain't mean it like that.
I know,
mean
but
like
it just sounds so
I ain't
cold.
mean it like that, but I'm being honest.
I mean, honesty is the best policy, right?
God.
That is January 21st. I'm going to be pulling up to there because that is the day of my actual birthday. That is the day of Big 40.
Big foe.
Pizzle's turning 40. Yeah, I'll be in the building for that. And then January 27th, you got that flyer because I don't remember all of the particulars. There we go. Laugh Out Lucy's. And that's at Lucy's Seafood and Steakhouse. I thought they changed the name to Lucy's Steakhouse.
Yeah, I
because
think so.
the niggas ate all the seafood. I mean, I got to ask. I mean, we had that talk. They said the niggas ate all the seafood.
You know, that's what really happened. I mean, I was there and I ate a lot of it.
No, but y'all see it, man. It's at Lucy's Seafood and Steakhouse. Milton Wiley, Sister Lou, Spike Lou, LOL Brielle. I see Precious, Kevin Ford. Shout out to Kev. And Bill Stone. And Lex Vegas is on the flyer like he's going to do a set. He should. That is January 27th. That is at 7 p.m. at Lucy's Seafood and Steakhouse. And on that same night, January 27th, is the Pizzle Big 40 birthday bash. Flyers soon come. I promise I'll have a flyer for that next week. Big 40, come out and kick it with me, man. I'll be at Networks up in Cleveland Heights. Come and kick it with your boy, man. Y'all go to the comedy show, get y'all some laughs, and then come to after party is the Pizzle Big 40 bash. I'm just, it's nothing big. I just, I rented a little section and we just gonna kick it, man. I just want all my people to come and celebrate with me. That's all, man. If y'all ain't doing shit, come and celebrate with your boy, man. That is Friday, January 27th. It's at Networks in Cleveland Heights. Flyers soon come. All right, man, let's get to it.
Now, one more.
One more? Did I miss one?
Yeah, on the 28th.
Oh, on the 28th. Oh, yeah, that's right. This one on the 28th as well. See, I got to my birthday. My selfish ass got to my birthday. It's like, all right, let me get to the shit. So let me get my birthday shit out the way. And then we can just,
It's Club Pizzle. That's how we can do it.
Yeah, we get it in. But what is the other one? You got it? Nope. You looking for it?
No, it's right here.
You got it? Bam, there you go. Live, love, and laugh hard. That is presented by Lex Vegas and Growing Wings Adult Service. I'm reading shit backwards. I'm reading shit my way. What the fuck is wrong? I'll be bugging out, man. That one is on January 28th at 5 p.m., 107 5th Street, Suite 7 in Barberton, Ohio. Is that the actual location of Growing Wings Adult Services?
Yes, it is.
That's what's up. I know a lot of this lineup. I see Tim Buck in the picture. I see Tsunami in the picture. I see Aunt Morrow in the picture. I see GW Nail in the picture. I see, did I say Sister Lou already? I said her in the last flyer. She was on the last flyer. I see her on this flyer. And Dag, what's my man's name right here, man? He called himself the, damn, don't tell me. The something of welfare. I forgot my man's name. He funny as shit too.
The Fresh Prince of Welfare.
The Fresh Prince of Welfare. Yeah, my man.
Gang.
Tyrone. My bad, Tyrone. Tyrone is funny as hell, though. And there's one more person in that picture that I don't recognize.
So you said G-Dub, Sister Lou?
On the other side of Lex. I don't recognize that face. I don't know if I don't know.
Spike Lou?
Is that Spike Lou?
Yeah, Spike Lou. So it's Timbuktu, Tsunami, Aunt Morrow, Spike Lou, GW Nail, Sister Lou, and Tyrone.
I don't recognize, and I got on these dark ass sunglasses, so I can't really see. So I'm just, hey, y'all gotta forgive me, man. Hey, listen, man. Y'all turn 40. Y'all don't understand. Y'all get ready to turn 40. Y'all will understand. I am really excited about my birthday, though. I really wasn't gonna do nothing, and then my wife was like, "You sure you only turned 41? So you gotta do something. I know you want a party." Because like the last couple of years, I ain't really did nothing. What did I do last year? I don't remember what I did last year. I think I worked. I don't remember what I did last year. I know I had dinner at my house one year, and then another year I was at Scorchers, and then another year I kicked it at my house, and my cousin gave me a Rice Krispie treat edible, and I remember being high as shit and being ready to go home at midnight. Like my birthdays be memorable. I have some crazy memorable birthday stories that I will share for y'all at another time as we get closer. And before we get to the shits, I do want to announce I do have a guest next week. I will have my guy Larry Gardner on the show next week. They're gonna come and sit down and we're gonna talk a little bit. That's my guy, man. Shout out to Larry Gardner. Make sure y'all check him out. And he do what he do, man. Larry's a good guy. He's a great, no, he's not a good guy. He's a great guy. He's a great person. Big-hearted person. So shout out to him, and I always will shout out people like that. All right, so let's get to it, man. The Homer talk is almost over with me, and I just want to take this time to recap our crazy Cleveland Browns season as Timbuktu takes a bite of a chicken finger over there. He got stadium food when we talk about sports here. No, seriously, man, this Brown season, like from the off season, from the time the season ended last year, with all of the Baker Mayfield drama and him being injured and him having surgery and not knowing if he'll be back or not. And then the whole Deshaun Watson thing, from the moment they brought him in, like the headlines and everything was crazy. It just was wild here, and we were in limbo for a while, not knowing when he would be suspended and how many games he would be suspended. It started off, they did his hearings and all of that, and they initially gave him 6 games. And it was like, oh, okay, 6 games, that's it. We get through these first 6 games, we get him back and be smooth sailing, they should make the playoffs and la, 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 la. And then Roger Goodell decided, no, that's not good enough. We're not going to let this lady talk to us the way she talked to us in writing in her little disposition thing. So we're just going to take that and I'm going to pass it to this man and he's going to look over and he's going to be the one to lay down the decision, which ended up being 11 games. At that point, for me, honestly, when they pushed the suspension from 6 to 11 games, that was the season for the Browns. Now, Jacoby Brissett, now I'm going to sit here. I really do owe Jacoby Brissett an apology. I got on my show and I got on all of my social media platforms and called Jacoby Brissett the worst black quarterback of all time. And the only reason I did that is because I saw him play live when he played the New England Patriots. And it was by far his worst performance of the year. At that time, being emotional and being pissed off, it all left me. It's like, wait, Bill Belichick is where he started. Bill Belichick raised him to be who he was. Bill Belichick knows what he does well, so he's going to take that away from him. And that's exactly what Bill Belichick did, hence his worst game. He bounced back from it. And I'm gonna just run through the season, man. Just starting, just all of these games. We opened up against the Carolina Panthers, against Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers. It was Baker Mayfield at the time. He ended up with the Rams. But 26-24, it was an exciting game. Jacoby got him down, and Cade York, everybody was ready to sing Cade York's praises. Everybody was ready to get number 3 Cade York jerseys. And I said, you motherfuckers better not buy a Kickers jersey. You're going to buy a Kickers jersey, a Cleveland Browns Kickers jersey, it better be Matt Barr, Ludito Groza, or Phil fucking Dawson. Y'all bet not buy no damn Cade York jersey. After one game winning kick, they was ready to make that motherfucker the mayor. They was ready to get Justin Bibb out of the mayor of Cleveland and make Cade York the mayor because he made the one field goal. Then we get to week 2, up 14 points with less than 2 minutes to go and lose the game. 31-30. And you know what was the deciding factor? A Miss K York extra point. So I bet they put those damn jerseys on hold. Next, they come back on a Thursday night, beat up on the Pittsburgh Steelers 29-17. It was one of their best performances all year. Then they go down to Atlanta and lose to the Atlanta Falcons in a game that they shouldn't have lost. They were up pretty comfortably, and then they start running the ball down our throat. That pissed me off. And the very next week, take on the Los Angeles Chargers, had an opportunity to win that game. They were up 14-3 and couldn't get it done. Brings me to the New England game where they got their ass kicked in Jacoby Brissett's worst performance and one of their worst performances of the year. Lose to the Baltimore Ravens in a game that they could have won. There's a pattern here. If y'all notice what I'm saying, like the pattern here is a lot of these games they could have won. And at a point, let me backtrack. Go back to the Patriots game. You go into week 6. You beat the Panthers, you beat the Steelers. Those were your 2 wins. If they were able to get Deshaun back after starting 2-4, I think the season could have been salvaged. I think they could have beat Baltimore, that's the game that they lost. Then they come back at night, prime time, and beat the dog shit out of the Cincinnati Bengals Monday night on Halloween night. And that was the first half of the season, bye week. They go into the bye week at 3-5. At the bye week. Come out of the bye week, the Dolphins never stood a chance. Got their ass whooped. The Buffalo game ended up being moved from Buffalo to Detroit because Buffalo got like 8 feet of snow dumped on them, and they had to dig players out. The good folks of Buffalo. Shout out to the Bills Mafia. That is a great fan base up there. Not only do they have some of the best tailgating, they have some of the most supportive fans, man. Imagine if the Browns do something for the Bills, like if they beat a team that helped them win the division, they'd donate to a charity in Cleveland. That's just the type of shit that the Bills Mafia does. Then they come back the Tampa Bay game and they win that one in overtime. And that happened. That was Jacoby Brissett's final start. It happened to be the funniest thing ever because they were treating him the way he was walking off the field. They was clapping for him, giving him a standing ovation. They was treating that motherfucker like he was dying of cancer. They really were. Like he was walking off the field, waving and smiling. He kind of goofy. He seems like he looked goofy to me, but he's a really nice dude. Like you hear his teammates talk about him. He is a really nice dude. He is a great guy. He is a great teammate. But why were they treating him like it was like the end of Rudy or something? It's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, Rudy. Is he dying? It was like the end of one of those movies, like where this is his last game and he's dying and we got to get one last ride. It was some old win one for the Gipper head ass shit. And it's like, what are y'all doing? The nigga is not about to die. He's alive. He's going to be here next week. Y'all go talk to him in the press conferences. That was the funniest thing in the world to me, man. It was. I was sitting at home cracking up. I said, why are they treating this man like he's about to die? Why? What is wrong with Cleveland? Like, what the fuck? And I get it. I understand. It's like, all right, we getting Watson back, and it's like, come on, man. He was walking off. They had the video on YouTube. This nigga walking off in slow motion, smiling and waving. And it just made it, and the fact that it was raining made it even more dramatic and made it even more funny. It's like, come on, man. What are y'all doing? And then they come back, and Deshaun Watson's first game, week 13, December 4th. He looked rusty, but the rest of the team looked great. They beat up on the Houston Texans. Fuck the Houston Texans. Forever and always. They're gonna get better, and they're gonna end up being good in 3 or 4 years. But it's still fuck the Houston Texans. Come back to Cincinnati, and they get their ass kicked. I mean, Deshaun beat Baltimore 13-3, which turned out to be their final win of the year on December 17th. Then Christmas Eve, you come in, you get beat by a dome team. It was like -6. Y'all should have beat their ass. And then their final win of the season, they go to Washington and play another one. They play very well in the Washington game. And then they ended the season by losing by 2 touchdowns to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They finished 7-10 on the season, which is a highly disappointing season. And they let Joe Woods go on Monday morning. I don't think Joe Woods got into the building good on Monday morning before he was let go. And I think Joe kind of knew that his ass was out of here, because at the end of his press conference on like Friday, he was like, I hope I'm able to talk to you guys again, which meant, translation, your ass is about to get fired.
Your ass is fired.
Shout out to Dub, the coacher. Let's look at a few stats on the season. Jacoby Brissett did lead the team in passing still. He played the first 11. 2,600 yards passing. Deshaun Watson in his 6 games passed for 1,100 yards, 99 for 170. That's not a bad completion percentage. It's not Deshaun Watson-esque, but you know, it was you know, for 6 games, pretty damn good.
It was worth $1 million.
The million that he got paid of in the 6 games, it was cool. I mean, the big dough don't kick in until next year. Of course, Nick Chubb led the team in rushing with 1,500 yards. Kareem Hunt was second with 468 yards. Nick Chubb had 302 carries. And y'all talk about we need to run the ball more. 300 carries ain't bad, especially in a pass-first league. 300 carries ain't that bad at all. Kareem Hunt with 468 yards. Receptions, Amari Cooper led the team in receptions with 78. He also led him in yards with 1,160, and this was a down year for him. Donovan Peoples-Jones was second in catches with 61, also second in yards with 839. David Njoku, 58 catches, 628 yards. I'm waiting for guys like Michael Woods to show up. David Bell, 24 catches as a rookie. Nick Chubb with 27 catches. Kareem Hunt, 35 catches out of the backfield. Defensively, whatever, the defense sucked. K. York, 24-32. He hit 75% of his kicks. That's not good enough. That's just not good enough, because if you look at a lot of these games, you lose a game by 1 point, 31-30. You lose another game, 23-20. You lose another game, 30-28. You lose another game, 23-20. That's 4 games decided by 3 points or less that could have been had. So hopefully K. York gets his shit together. Now, Joe Woods was let go, as a lot of us wanted it to happen by the bye week, but I think they showed up so good in that Cincinnati game before the bye week that they had no choice but to hold on to him for the rest of the season. And I figured that, and I said, if they don't right the ship and get it together, he's out of here. And Joe Woods has been let go or relieved of duties. I don't like to say people got fired unless they deserved it. I mean, he did deserve it, but I don't like the way they do the black people, because they're like, Joe Woods is fired. And then it was like Cliff Kingsbury and the Arizona Cardinals decided to mutually part ways. And this coach, they decided, you know, the white people, they say, you know, they decided to part ways, and the black coaches get fired. I don't think that's right. But there's a potential that there's a list of defensive coordinators out here. Now, The top of my list is Brian Flores. We know Brian Flores' story. He comes from under the Bill Belichick coaching tree. He was the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. They started off like 1-7 last year and won like their last 7, and he still got fired. And he had the whole lawsuit where they were paying him to tank. So that happened, and he got hired. Mike Tomlin is his guy, so Mike Tomlin hired him on as like a special consultant or some shit. You know, that's so dope, man, where you wield the power where you can just hire your friends and name a position for them. Like if once shit start happening, I'm gonna just hire Timbuktu as just like something. I'm gonna just make up a fucking title for Tim.
I'm gonna press the sound effects in the background.
Like executive charge of computers or some shit like that. Which is what they do. Brian Flores is at the top of my list, and Brian Flores just happened to be interviewed today. Brian Flores is he's the special assistant in charge of linebackers. That's basically here, man. Come get a job, come get paid a couple $100,000, and you can just come hang out with me. That's what it was with Mike Tomlin. He helped the brother out, basically. Shout out to Mike Tomlin, though. I do want to give Mike Tomlin some flowers. Yes, I am a Browns fan. Yes, I am born and raised in Cleveland, but I also champion Black excellence, and that dude is Black excellence. He is a solid head coach. I don't give a fuck who he coached for. Yes, he does coach the team of my arch rival. He coaches the arch rival. But that man is a hell of a coach. He has never had a losing season in 16 years or 17 years. And that's not easy to do in the NFL. Yeah, he has some 8-8 seasons and some 9-8 seasons and shit like that. But the fact that he's always had at least more wins than losses, never had more losses than wins, that is a hell of a feat. And that's a hell of an accomplishment. And I think only like Tom Landry has more consecutive seasons of not having a losing record. And I think his is like 20, 34, something like that's a long ass time for Tom Landry. And the Cleveland Browns also interviewed Jim Schwartz yesterday. That wouldn't be a bad pick. But I do have a list of potential guys. Hero Evero, the defensive coordinator of the Denver Broncos. Now, the Denver Broncos were absolutely ass on offense this year, but their defense was pretty damn good. And that guy, he's a young one on the rise. And there's a possibility that he might get some head coach. He might get a head coaching job somewhere. He might get the Denver job. Who knows? He might get the Cardinals job. I don't know. But he interviewed for a couple of jobs last year before he took the D coordinator. You know, he took a couple head coaching interviews last year. Jim Leonard, University of Wisconsin defensive coordinator and interim coach. He is also a former safety and punt returner for the Cleveland Browns. We used to call him Fair Catch Lenny because every punt he would just fair catch that motherfucker. He never returned punts. That dude had like 100 opportunities. I don't think he ever returned a punt. I can't remember. Nick Rallis is the Philadelphia Eagles linebackers coach. He's on that list. Eric Washington is the Buffalo Bills linebacker coach. The second name on my list on who I would like to see them bring in is Gerard Mayo, the New England Patriots linebackers coach. He is a hell of a coach. He was a hell of a player. So let's bring him in. Vic Fangio, longtime defensive coordinator. You know his track record. And those are the guys that I wouldn't mind seeing him bring in. But Brian Flores is one, Gerard Mayo is two. Those two guys. And I'm not mad at Jim Schwartz, bringing in Jim Schwartz. Jim Schwartz, he knows how to get guys. He knows how to get guys motivated. He's been around for a while. Vic Fangio is another one of those attractive names. Other good news in the NFL. Damar Hamlin is home, y'all. He was released from Cincinnati Hospital to a Buffalo Rehab Center, and the man is at home now. 2 weeks after almost losing his life on a football field. Now, I am going to get to NFL player. Pizzle's picks is coming up. I got Pizzle's picks coming up. But where we at? Here we go. The NFL season ended. I want to go back and review my picks. I did get a lot of these right from the beginning of the season. My Super Bowl is just whatever. But I picked the Bills to win the AFC East, and the Bills won the AFC East. I picked the Bengals to win the NFC, the AFC North, and the Bengals won the AFC North. The AFC South, I thought the Tennessee Titans were going to do it, and halfway through the season, I thought they were going to do it, and then they lost 7 straight games, and the Jacksonville Jaguars ended up winning the AFC South. So big ups and shout out to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence in year 2 is playing the playoffs. Way to go. In the AFC West, I picked the Los Angeles Chargers. What the fuck was I thinking about? That dude named Patrick LaVon Mahomes is still in Kansas City. I didn't think that him losing Tyreek Hill was going to put such a spark in him that he broke a record for all-time yards or all-purpose yards or whatever. The most combined yards in history. So big ups to Patrick Mahomes, man. Patrick Mahomes, if y'all can't tell, Patrick Mahomes is my favorite quarterback in the NFL right now. In my wild cards, I had the Chiefs, the Dolphins, and the Broncos, and the Chargers, the Dolphins, and the Ravens are the ones who made the wild card. My AFC Championship game, at the beginning, my prediction was the Bills and the Chargers, and that changes right now. I'm changing it to the Bills and the Chiefs. Because the Chiefs are the 1 seed. I think the Chiefs are they didn't lose much. They didn't drop off much. And Andy Reid knows how to get his team to a conference championship game. And I got the Chiefs coming out. Even though there's a soft spot in me that is going to root for the Buffalo Bills, I have a feeling this is what's going to happen with the Buffalo Bills. I got a feeling when they take the field on Sunday, there's going to be a camera that is going to pan up to the Buffalo Bills owner's box. And you know who's going to be sitting in that owner's box? DeMar Hamlin is going to be sitting in that owner's box. And it's going to ignite them just the way them coming out and Nyheim Hines taking the opening kickoff back for a touchdown last Sunday. Him being in the building is going to ignite them. Let me get to my NFC picks. My phone. Stupid. In the NFC East, I picked the Eagles at the beginning of the season, and the Philadelphia Eagles won the NFC East. They have the best record in the league. The NFC North, I picked the Green Bay Packers, and the Minnesota Vikings ended up winning. Shout out to Kirk Cousins, man. Kirk Cousins has been the butt of a lot of jokes, including some of mine. But all that dude does is win football games. This dude wins 10, 11 games a year. Hard to deny that, man. If he was a quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, they'd have went to the playoffs long ago. But we drafted Baker Mayfield. I ain't mad at that. Whatever. The NFC South, I picked the Buccaneers to win it, and the Buccaneers did win it with a record of 8-9. Tom Brady's first losing season. And in the NFC West, I picked the defending champion LA Rams, and injury and everything bad that could possibly happen to a team who won the Super Bowl and brought their team back. It all happened to them. Aaron Donald got hurt. Cooper Kupp got hurt. Matthew Stafford got hurt. The quarterback room got so bad, they picked up Baker Mayfield off of waivers on Tuesday, and he started on Thursday. That's how bad it was out in LA for the Rams this year. It got so bad, Sean McVay has told all of his assistants, y'all are open to go and start looking for new jobs. Translation, I'm getting the fuck out of here. He really walked in the room and said, so what y'all getting ready to do? Because I'm about to go sit my ass down. I'm 36 years old. I'm about to go sit down at this desk on ESPN or Fox or NFL Network, and I'm about to just live the rest. I'm about to chill. Steve Mariucci, it was nice to know you, NFL Network. I like Steve Mariucci, though. My wild cards, I had the 49ers won the NFC West. And my wild cards, I had the 49ers, the Cardinals, and the Vikings. Ooh, boy, what the fuck was I thinking about with the damn Cardinals? I thought they were going to make some noise, and they didn't. And the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Seahawks are the ones who won the wild card. Shout out to the Giants. That is crazy. Brian Dable should get some coach of the year. Some coach of the year consideration. My NFC championship game at the beginning of the season, neither one of these teams made the playoffs. I had the Packers and the Rams in the NFC championship game. And now with the playoffs form, I'm picking the Eagles and the 49ers to get to the championship, the NFC championship game. And I'm picking the 49ers to come out of the NFC. That team, Sean Purdy.
It's a Purdy team.
Is balling. Sean Purdy is balling so good that Trey Lance might not have a job next year. Trey Lance, they might hit Trey Lance with, so what you getting ready to do? There's a couple of teams out there in need of a quarterback. There's a team in Las Vegas that is going to need a quarterback. There's a team in Tampa Bay that is probably going to need a quarterback. Houston, they're going to draft one. Chicago, I don't know what the fuck they going to do. There's a team in Indianapolis that is probably going to draft a quarterback, but having a young guy like Trey Lance is like drafting a quarterback. Oh, speaking of the Texans, I say fuck the Texans, but shout out to Lovie Smith, who knew 2 games ago that he was going to get fired. So what did he do? He screwed the Houston Texans out of getting the number 1 pick in the draft. They had the number 1 pick in the draft right here in the palm of their hand. And you know what that motherfucker did? He went for 2. He went for the win. He's like, no, we're not going in overtime. We're going for 2. I ain't going to be here no way. So if I ain't going to be here, y'all can't have the number 1 pick. Have a Frank, Houston Texans. Shout out to him. I fucking love it. And my Super Bowl is the Chiefs and the 49ers. That's my Super Bowl. A rematch of a couple of Super Bowls ago. And of course, I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs to win another Super Bowl. Patrick, the boy's name is Patrick LeVon Mahomes. He wears the number 15, and he is still the best quarterback in the fucking NFL. Let's be clear. He might win MVP this year, too. Congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs. How much of that game did you watch? Or did you watch any of it?
I didn't watch any of it.
You wouldn't have watched long. Because, let me tell you, that was an ass whooping. 62-7, I believe, was the final score.
Something crazy for sure.
Beat the dog shit. They gave him the 60-piece frog legs with sauce on the side. Shout out to the Georgia Bulldogs, man. Kirby Smart. Stinson Bennett. Dude was a walk-on. Walk-on, the 2-time back-to-back national champion. MVP in all 4 of the playoff games, offensive MVP in all of those games. That dude just went out and did his job. He's an average quarterback, average size, below average size, and they put all the talent in the world around him, and they just dominated. They dominated the shit out of TCU. And listen, I want to talk to my Ohio State Buckeye fans out there. It's a lot of y'all. Half of y'all root for Ohio State. Y'all love Ohio State. I saw some of the shit that y'all was saying. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. And I'm going to tell you why. If y'all think that TCU would only put up 7 points on y'all sorry ass defense, y'all got another thing coming. Max Duggan would have put up at least 35 on that defense. My damn near 40-year-old ass is good for at least 21 on that defense. Put the right people around me, I'm scoring points. Y'all so see, I never get on here and talk about Ohio State. One, because I don't root for them and I don't really give a fuck. Two, I don't need y'all trying to interrupt my show by being the fucking militia with y'all tiki torches and getting mad at me because I'm not an Ohio State man. Period. But if y'all think Max Duggan wasn't going to ring up at least 35 on y'all got another thing coming. Do I think Ohio State would have beat TCU? They probably would have. But it wouldn't have been the way that Georgia beat up on them. No way, no how. Again, congratulations, Georgia Bulldogs. Them dogs. You got an R&B song for me, but you got barking. That's pretty funny. I'm surprised you didn't start singing Georgia on my mind. That was the one.
Georgia.
I was gonna troll all the Ohio State fans after the loss, but luckily it was New Year's Eve and the ball had dropped. And I was trying to get over to my people's house after the ball dropped. Otherwise, I would have trolled the shit out of y'all. I'd have hang on Sloopy and mixed Georgia right in, and I would have been laughing at y'all. But I didn't this year. I'm turning over a new leaf. Again, I'm trying to get away from the homer talk and all the hate talk. So I'm getting all of this shit out of the way. This is the last time. This is it. That is it. It's over with. It's the last time. Wild card weekend is here, baby. I love this time of year, especially now, the way they do it, Super Wild Card Weekend. We got 2 games on Saturday. We got a triple header on Sunday, and we got a game on Monday night. I am so pumped for that. Oh, I can't wait for that shit. I am so excited, man. I'm excited as fuck. All right, let's get to these Pizzles picks. You want to do Pizzles picks with me for the playoffs? Tim, we gonna do it?
I'm with it.
Let's get it. Saturday, starting off the festivities out in San Jose. The San Francisco 49ers host the Seattle Seahawks. All of these games are rematches, by the way. The 49ers are a 10-point favorite. Not that anybody really gives a fuck. That is at 4:30. It's on Fox. I got the
spread.
I got the 49ers, man. I'm a Pete Carroll guy. I love Pete Carroll. The fact that dude is like 92 years old and he's still out on the sideline. He's not really 92. I'm bullshitting. I'm exaggerating, but he's old. He's old. You know, I'm being honest. He's old. But for him to be that age, he got more energy than me. I ain't gonna hold you. He is so energized. That dude be out there throwing the football around with his players. He's up and down the sidelines the whole game. He's pumped up. Like, I love Pete Carroll. Geno Smith has had a fantastic year post Russell Wilson, and this team makes the playoffs, but it comes to an end here. The San Francisco 49ers are my NFC champion. They run the ball down your throat, and defensively, they beat your ass.
It's a real pretty game. That's all I'm saying.
So you going with San Francisco as well?
It's just a pretty game.
Yeah. And Saturday in prime time, the Los Angeles Chargers travel to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Duval. I like when they do that. That shit sounds so sweet, especially when the whole crowd do it. Like, certain chants and things are pretty sweet. The chant is great. It's dope that they're hosting a playoff game. My dude, Chris Cargill, shout out to Chris. He called this the Head and Shoulders Bowl because Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert, they both got the long hair. This is like the Pert Plus Bowl and shit like that. They both got the long flowing locks. The battle of two all-world great quarterbacks. I'm going with the Chargers. I'm going with Justin Herbert. I've been riding. Did I pick him to win? No, I picked Josh Allen to win MVP at the beginning of the year. I did, but I had Justin Herbert not too far behind him. Mind, I had the Chargers going to the AFC Championship at the beginning of the year. They finished 10-7, which is not a bad record. But they showed up when they needed to. They won games when they needed to win games. Austin Eckler is having a hell of a year. Justin Herbert did all of the shit that he did this year. In games, he didn't have Keenan Allen. In some games, he didn't have Mike Williams. He might not have Mike Williams this week, but Keenan Allen is going to be there. But I'm picking the Chargers. Who you got, Tim?
I got the Jags.
Got the Jags. Duval. That just sounds so sweet. I do like
Duval.
that. Sunday. Sunday, opening up the festivities on Sunday. The Miami Dolphins travel to take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm telling you what's going to happen. They're going to pan that camera up to that owner's box, and DeMar Hamlin is going to be sitting in that owner's box. It is going to ignite the crowd, and the Buffalo Bills are going to win. Before you answer, I'm just going to tell you, Tua Tagovailoa is not playing.
The Hamlin ball all day, bro.
Why did you have to pause that long? For effect to try to be dramatic with it?
I did. I was trying to also figure out what a Bill sound is.
What a Buffalo sound? I don't know what sound a Buffalo make. I know they
deer and the antelope played, and that's all I was saying.
I know Buffalo wings be good in my. All right, 4:30 on Sunday. The New York Giants travel to take on the Minnesota Vikings. 13-4 for the Minnesota Vikings. Give me the Vikings at home. That's a tough place to play. And the Giants, honestly, they're not supposed to be here. They weren't supposed to be this good this year.
But this is what the Giants do, though. The Giants literally do this every year. They always ugly up until the last of the season. And then
they played very well all year. There was a point where they were leading. Well, no, they weren't leading the NFC East because the Eagles led from wire to wire. But the Giants were right there, like 9-7-1 for them. That's a hell of a season, man. Danny Jones was ready to throw his ass away. They was ready to get his ass up out of here. Danny Dimes, they wasn't even calling him Danny Dimes no more. Now it's Danny Dimes this, Danny Dimes that. Saquon Barkley was healthy, had a pretty good season. But I think it comes to an end here, man. I got the Vikings at home. That's a tough place to play up there.
I got the Giants.
Okay. Sunday in prime time, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens with no Lamar Jackson. Give me the Bengals. I don't want to pick them, but it's just hard to deny them, man. Joe Burrow is fucking amazing. Damn, that boy can play. He got a whole lot of swagger on him, too. You got Jamar Chase, you got T. Higgins, you got Ty, you got Boyd, you got Joe Mixon. That offense, man, the Homer talk is over. I'm sorry. Give me the Bengals.
I got the Bengals too.
The Bengals. Yeah, Lamar Jackson. You saying, yeah. Lamar Jackson is never playing for Baltimore again. Hey, y'all want to hear something scary? Lamar Jackson, quarterback in the Miami Dolphins next year. All right, let's move on. Monday night. Dallas Cowboys travel to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady is 7-0 all time against the Dallas Cowboys. And I think that comes to a close here. I got the Dallas Cowboys going into this game and winning this game. This Buccaneers team is not what it was. It's not that Super Bowl champion team. They play in a weak division. They won the division with the 8-9 record. This is Tom Brady's first losing season as a quarterback. This is give me Dallas. I think Dallas is going to. I think it's Dak. Yeah, Dak throws interceptions like I do on Matt. Like I be whooping teams' ass, but I be throwing a whole lot of interceptions, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I do. I'm a gunslinger on man. I be taking some chances. Wow. You should have seen me yesterday. I'm playing with Pat Mahomes. I'm just spinning that bitch all over the field. And just doing this. I had like 5 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. That's a fly that stat line, ain't it? Threw for 450. That's a wild ass stat line, ain't it?
We got the dub, didn't we? We got the dub.
Man, I won like shit. What was the score? I forgot the score. It was big. I did win another game when I was playing my Brown season. I won. It was actually the AFC Championship game, and I was playing the Titans, and I won 73-0. Beat the dog shit out of them. I scored every time I got the ball.
You throw any picks?
No, not that game. I scored every time. I got to the red zone, and Chubb and Hunt just scored. They couldn't stop us. I got Chubb. I got Chubb into the 99 club too, by the way, on my Madden. I ran the ball down their throat. So who you got? Cowboys, Bucks?
I actually got the Bucks. I feel like Tom Brady.
Think playoff Brady? You think he's coming?
This is this first year wifeless. I feel like he's gonna come out with a tyranny. He mad because he turned over the season for real. They was looking ugly at first.
I mean, they finished 8-9. They still look ugly. They lost to the Cleveland Browns.
True.
In overtime.
True. Yeah.
And Jacoby Brissett's in the Rudy game. I'm gonna call that shit the Rudy game.
Yeah. I still think I got Tom Brady.
You got me going with Brady? You not gonna bet against Brady?
I hate Brady for real, but
I don't hate him. I started to like Brady more after I became a Brady fan during when he got suspended after Deflategate. That's when I became a Brady fan because people was trying to dog him and trying to count him out. I was like, man, you know what, man? I'm rocking with Brady. Fuck it. I'm gonna just rock with him. You know, it's hard. You get to a certain point, and I think a lot of fans are like this with certain athletes, with the athletes they hate. It gets to a certain point in their careers, or when they're winding it down, you start to appreciate them. I saw a lot of people do that with Kobe Bryant. I'm starting to see some people do it with LeBron James, even though I think he's going to be hated by certain people no matter what. LeBron James isn't as hated. He's hated now by a loud minority. The dude is leading all players in all-star voting in year 20. That tells you how popular LeBron James is amongst people. Oh, Kyrie is leading in the guards too. So all of that shit that he just dealt with, water under the bridge. Before I get out of here, man, I didn't talk about it last week, but sports betting is officially legal in Ohio. I hope all of y'all are placing y'all bets and winning a few dollars and winning y'all money. Just don't be Bernie Kosar. Let me touch on that real quick. Because I had a discussion with somebody and we getting ready to get the hell out of here because it's that time, man. I got a glass of Uncle Nearest with my name on it and some bad karaoke. So Bernie Kosar was let go by the Browns for betting $19,000 on the Steelers game last week. Now, Bernie Kosar is an employee of the Cleveland Browns, which makes him an employee of the National Football League. It is illegal to gamble on the sport when you work for a team and the league. Yes, the NFL does get a lot of money from ads from those companies, but they don't want you gambling. It's a thing in professional sports. Pete Rose lost his whole fucking life over gambling on sports. Calvin Ridley is currently suspended for betting on sports. So Bernie is not exempt. I know y'all love Bernie Kosar in this city, and one of these days I'm gonna have an honest conversation about Bernie Kosar, but it's not gonna be today. I'm just gonna say with his whole situation, it is warranted. He he broke the rule that he knew about, and he tried to pull the wool over your eyes, the way he pulled the wool over the NFL's eyes when he manipulated his stuff to Cleveland. I said I wasn't gonna talk about this, but I'm not gonna talk about. We're gonna get the fuck up out of here. We out. I'm not gonna have the Bernie Kosar conversation. At least not today. At least not on this channel. Not today. Sorry. Dave better have my motherfucking now laters next week, or y'all gonna be staring at my chest the whole show. I'm gonna just take my shirt off and stare in the camera if Dave don't have my now. I don't know where that came from. That was pretty funny. Ricky Rubio's back tonight for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's go. I got a Cavs wish list. We're gonna talk about it next week. Make sure y'all tune in next week, man. I'm gonna have my guy Larry Gardner on the show. We gonna chop it up. We gonna kick it. That's my guy, man. Shout out to Larry Gardner. And somebody put in the comments that Lisa Marie Presley, daughter of Elvis Presley, passed away. Want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of Club Pizzle. I really appreciate it, man. Keep it coming. Make sure y'all like and share it all week. I love the views. Give me all the views y'all can give me. I don't give a fuck if y'all don't listen live. Y'all can watch it back, whatever. Y'all know what it is, man. Always protect your peace, protect your energy. The message is more important than the messenger. And creators, be great. Stay positive, because negative energy is trash. Peace.